Imagine this. You're walking across your living room one quiet afternoon when suddenly your legs give way. You stumble, grabbing at the chair for support, but the strength just isn't there. In an instant, you're on the floor, shaken and terrified, wondering how such a simple step could go so wrong. This is the chilling reality for millions of seniors. The culprit is often not a sudden illness or accident. It's something far quieter, creeping in day by day. The loss of muscle strength. Sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle decline, can strip away independence and dignity. What makes this even more alarming is that it doesn't always come from lack of activity or obvious poor habits. Sometimes the foods you think are enough simply aren't providing the nutrients your body desperately needs to keep muscles strong. As a neurologist who has spent years studying senior health, I've seen countless patients who believed their daily diet was safe, even healthy, only to suffer falls, fractures, and hospitalizations. One patient, Mrs. Lang, 72 years old, shared that she ate oatmeal and toast every morning, proud of keeping her meals light. Yet within a few years, her muscle mass had shrunk dramatically. She could no longer lift her groceries, struggled to rise from her favorite chair, and was living in constant fear of a fall. Her case isn't rare, it's a warning. Seniors often focus on reducing fat or cutting calories, but they unknowingly starve their muscles of the vital nutrients they need for strength and repair. Medical research confirms that after age 60, muscle declines at a rate of about 3 to 5% each decade, faster in those who don't get adequate protein and nutrient support. Weak muscles are not just a cosmetic issue. They put your heart, bones, and even brain at risk. Did you know that weak leg muscles are one of the strongest predictors of future disability, dementia, and even early death? Yes, the power in your thighs and calves tells a deeper story about your overall health. That's why what you put on your plate becomes more important with each passing year. But here's the good news. You are not powerless. There are certain superfoods that, when consistently included in your meals, can slow, halt, or even reverse the march of muscle loss. These aren't exotic or hard-to-find ingredients. They're foods available at your local grocery store, but often overlooked or underappreciated. They carry hidden properties that protect muscle fibers, fuel repair, and preserve your independence well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Before we dive into this vital list, I want to pause and speak directly to you. If you're watching this and haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another health tip designed just for seniors. And here's something important. Your feedback shapes what we create. If you're already excited to learn about these muscle-saving foods, type 1 in the comments right now. If you think we can do better, type 0 to let me know how I can improve this channel for you. Your voice matters, and together we're building a community where seniors stay informed and empowered. Now, let's return to our focus. The truth is, most seniors do not suffer from a lack of calories. They suffer from a lack of quality nutrients. Muscles are made of protein, but protein alone is not the full story. They need omega-3 fatty acids to reduce inflammation, antioxidants to fight oxidative stress, magnesium to support repair, and specific amino acids like leucine to trigger muscle growth. Without these, even the most active senior can still feel their strength slip away. I've watched this unfold in countless clinic visits, and each time, I wish I could go back and whisper to that person a simple truth. Choose the right foods now, and you will thank yourself decades later. And that's exactly what I want to do for you today. Over the next sections, I'll reveal 7 specific superfoods that work together to preserve your muscle power. These are not just random, healthy foods pulled from a trend list. Each has been studied, tested, and proven to provide direct benefits for seniors fighting muscle decline. Each one has a story, often connected to real patients whose lives turned around after making small but powerful dietary changes. So stay with me. If the thought of losing your independence terrifies you, if the idea of relying on others for daily tasks feels unbearable, then know this: you are in the right place. These foods could be your shield against frailty, your weapon against decline, and your pathway to strength and freedom. And if what I've just shared unsettled you, wait until you see the first food on the list. It may surprise you because it's not only delicious, but also scientifically proven to keep your muscles resilient against time. Let's begin with one of the most powerful, muscle-saving foods available to you: salmon. At first glance, salmon might just look like a tasty piece of fish for a nice dinner. But beneath its pink flesh lies a nutrient treasure chest that can help seniors fight off muscle decline in ways that few other foods can. The key lies in its rich supply of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These aren't just healthy fats you've heard about in commercials. Omega-3s have been shown to directly improve muscle protein synthesis, the very process by which your body repairs and builds muscle tissue. As we age, our muscles become resistant to signals that tell them to grow. It's as if the on switch for muscle building gets rusty. Omega-3s act like oil for that switch, making it easier for your body to respond to protein and exercise, two pillars of muscle health. Now, let me share the story of Mr. Raymond, a 66-year-old retired carpenter I once worked with. Raymond had always been physically strong in his younger years, carrying heavy tools and lumber without a second thought. But after retirement, he slowed down. His diet became simpler. Lots of sandwiches, canned soups, and the occasional fast food burger. Within a few years, his arms thinned, his grip weakened, and he noticed he could no longer open jars with ease. When he came to my clinic, he looked defeated. His fear wasn't vanity, it was independence. "Doctor," he told me, "I don't want to be a burden to my wife. I just want to carry the groceries again." We started with something simple, adding salmon to his diet twice a week. Within months, paired with light resistance exercises, his progress shocked even him. His grip strength improved, his energy returned, and his wife laughed that she no longer had to open every jar in the kitchen. It wasn't magic, it was biology. Omega-3s, reducing inflammation in his muscles, helping them respond more efficiently to the protein he was already eating and protecting him from further decline. Beyond muscle health, omega-3s carry another benefit that indirectly supports strength. They improve circulation. Healthy blood flow means better delivery of oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. Think of your muscles like a garden. If water, blood flow, doesn't reach the soil, even the richest fertilizer, protein, won't matter. Salmon's fats help keep your arteries flexible and your circulation robust, ensuring your muscles receive the fuel they need to thrive. But here's something you may not know. Omega-3s also reduce chronic inflammation, one of the silent culprits behind age-related frailty. Low-level inflammation slowly damages muscle fibers, leaving them weaker and more prone to injury. Studies show seniors who consume higher amounts of omega-3s experience slower rates of sarcopenia compared to those who avoid them. And salmon isn't just a source of omega-3s. It's also packed with high-quality protein, vitamin D, and selenium, each of which plays a supporting role in maintaining strong, functional muscles. Of course, not all salmon is created equal. Wild-caught salmon generally has higher levels of omega-3s and fewer contaminants compared to farmed varieties. But if wild-caught isn't available, even farmed salmon is far better than skipping it altogether. The important point is consistency. Eating salmon once a year at a holiday meal won't protect your muscles. Making it a regular part of your diet, even once or twice a week, can change the trajectory of your health. Think about this. Do you want to rely on your cane to walk a block? Or would you rather move freely with confidence? The difference could very well be whether your diet supplies the nutrients your muscles need to stay alive and strong. And while salmon is one of the most studied and proven foods for muscle health, it's not the only one. Before we move forward, ask yourself this. When was the last time you had a meal that truly worked for your future? Not just your appetite. Because what you choose today decides whether you'll walk with strength tomorrow. And if salmon surprised you, wait until you hear about the next food on this list. It's not a fish, but a creamy, tangy staple that hides a powerful nutrient secret for rebuilding your muscles while you sleep. If salmon strengthens your muscles through powerful omega-3s, the next food on our list works in an entirely different but equally vital way. Let's talk about Greek yogurt, a humble food that might already be in your fridge, yet many seniors underestimate its power. Greek yogurt is not just a snack or breakfast item. It is one of the richest natural sources of casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that steadily releases amino acids into your bloodstream for hours. Why does this matter? Because as you sleep, your body still works hard to repair and rebuild muscle fibers. But for most seniors, protein intake is clustered during the day, leaving your muscles starving overnight. Greek yogurt fills that critical gap by providing a steady trickle of building blocks long after you've finished eating. Now, let me share the story of Mrs. Alvarez, a 70-year-old retired school teacher. She came to my office complaining of constant fatigue and a frustrating sense of weakness. "Doctor," she said, "I eat my meals on time, but I still wake up sore, stiff, and more tired than when I went to bed." On reviewing her diet, I noticed she rarely ate protein in the evening. Dinner was usually soup and bread, sometimes rice with vegetables. Nutritious, yes, but missing the one nutrient her muscles needed most at night. I recommended a simple change: one small bowl of Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of nuts or berries before bed. At first, she was skeptical. "How could yogurt change my mornings?" she asked. But within weeks, the difference was remarkable. She woke with more energy. Her legs no longer felt like lead, and she was able to return to her morning walks without needing long rests afterward. She was stunned that something so simple had such a profound effect. Beyond protein, Greek yogurt also carries another hidden weapon: probiotics. These beneficial bacteria help maintain gut health, which indirectly supports muscle by improving nutrient absorption. After 60, the digestive system often becomes less efficient. Seniors who think they are eating enough may still suffer from nutrient deficiencies simply because their gut isn't absorbing properly. Probiotics improve that absorption, ensuring that the protein, calcium, and other nutrients in food actually reach the muscles that need them. And don't overlook the calcium content. Calcium doesn't just strengthen bones, it also plays a key role in muscle contraction. Without enough calcium, muscles become weak and prone to cramping. Greek yogurt provides a double advantage. It keeps your bones strong enough to support your body and your muscles strong enough to move it. There's another crucial point. Greek yogurt is higher in protein and lower in sugar compared to regular yogurt. Many seniors unknowingly consume fruit-flavored yogurts, loaded with added sugars, which spike blood sugar levels and fuel inflammation. This not only undermines muscle health, but also worsens conditions like diabetes, which is already more common after 60. Choosing plain Greek yogurt and adding your own fruit or honey for flavor transforms it from a dessert into a medical ally. So, how should you use it? Ideally, a serving in the evening can work wonders. Pair it with nuts for added healthy fats and magnesium, or with berries for antioxidants. This creates a trifecta: protein for muscle repair, fats for nutrient absorption, and antioxidants to reduce muscle damage. Think of it this way: salmon gives your muscles the push they need during the day, but Greek yogurt provides the support system at night. It's like having a round-the-clock maintenance crew working while you rest. Now, I want you to reflect for a moment. How many evenings in the past month did you end the day with little or no protein? If the answer is most of them, then your muscles have been quietly breaking down as you sleep. But imagine waking up refreshed, steady, and ready to walk with strength. That's what a simple bowl of Greek yogurt can help you achieve. And here's the question that should keep you curious. If yogurt can help rebuild muscle overnight, what about the foods that fuel your muscles during the day, especially when it comes to circulation and oxygen? Because without proper blood flow, even the strongest muscles can weaken. That's why in the next section, we'll uncover a leafy green you've known all your life, but never realized could be a secret weapon for your muscles. If salmon powers your muscles with omega-3s and Greek yogurt rebuilds them overnight with protein, then the next superfood works like a delivery system. Because muscles don't just need nutrients, they need blood flow to carry those nutrients where they're most needed. That's where spinach enters the picture. Spinach, a leafy green you may have eaten since childhood, contains a remarkable compound called plant nitrates. These naturally occurring nitrates convert into nitric oxide in your body, a molecule that relaxes and widens blood vessels. Why does this matter for muscles? Because when blood vessels open up, circulation improves, and your muscles receive more oxygen and nutrients with every heartbeat. Without sufficient oxygen delivery, even a protein-rich diet cannot prevent muscle fatigue and breakdown. I'll never forget one of my patients, Mr. Cho, a 68-year-old grandfather who had worked as a bus driver for over 3 decades. Years of sitting left him with poor circulation, swollen ankles, and weak legs. When he tried to walk more than a block, his calves cramped so severely that he would have to stop and rest. He felt embarrassed, describing his legs as rubber bands ready to snap. His diet wasn't unhealthy. He ate rice, some fish, and vegetables, but he rarely touched leafy greens. We introduced spinach into his daily meals, suggesting simple additions like blending a handful into smoothies or steaming it lightly at dinner. After a few months, he reported something astonishing. He could now walk several blocks without cramping. His legs felt lighter, and even climbing stairs no longer terrified him. The difference wasn't just in his muscles, it was in the highways that fed them. By improving circulation through nitrates, spinach helped oxygen and nutrients reach his muscles more efficiently, allowing them to function as they were designed. Beyond circulation, spinach contains vitamin K, essential for bone health, and magnesium, critical for muscle contraction and recovery. Together, these nutrients create a foundation where muscles can thrive, supported both structurally and functionally. Seniors often struggle with magnesium deficiency, which leads to cramps, weakness, and even heart rhythm disturbances. A single cup of cooked spinach provides nearly 40% of the daily magnesium needs, making it one of the most efficient and senior-friendly sources available. There's also something fascinating about the antioxidants in spinach, particularly lutein and zeaxanthin. While most people associate these compounds with eye health, They also reduce oxidative stress in muscles. This matters because oxidative stress damages muscle fibers over time, much like rust weakens metal. By neutralizing these free radicals, spinach acts like a shield, preserving your muscles against age-related wear and tear. But here's an important warning. Seniors often overcook spinach, boiling it until it loses much of its nutritional value. To get the most benefit, it's better to steam it lightly or consume it raw in salads. Pairing spinach with a small amount of olive oil enhances the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like K and A. So the way you prepare it can make the difference between a powerful muscle booster and a limp plate of greens that does little good. Think of spinach as the bridge that connects your diet to your muscles. Without circulation, protein and nutrients are like cars stuck in traffic. They can't get to their destination. Spinach clears that traffic, ensuring your body's highways remain open and efficient. Now, I want you to reflect. When was the last time you ate a leafy green that wasn't drowned in dressing or hidden under a casserole? If it's been weeks, your muscles may already be starving for oxygen. But imagine this. A daily handful of spinach could keep your legs moving, your balance steady, and your independence intact. And here's where curiosity should kick in. If a leafy green can make such a difference in blood flow, what about a seed, tiny, crunchy, and often overlooked, that holds the power to prevent cramps and rebuild muscle tissue at the cellular level? That's exactly what we'll uncover next. So far, we've seen how salmon delivers omega-3s, yogurt rebuilds muscles overnight, and spinach boosts circulation. But muscles need more than just fuel and blood flow. They need the right building blocks. And that's where quinoa enters the spotlight. Quinoa is often called a supergrain, though technically it's a seed. What makes it extraordinary is that it's one of the very few plant-based foods that provides a complete set of essential amino acids. For seniors, this is crucial. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using the protein we eat. That means simply eating more protein isn't always the solution. What matters most is the quality of that protein, whether it supplies all the amino acids your muscles require to repair and grow. Quinoa does exactly that. I recall the story of Mrs. Thompson, a 74-year-old widow who lived alone and prided herself on cooking healthy vegetarian meals. She often relied on beans, rice, and vegetables for her protein. While these are nutritious, they don't always provide the complete amino acid profile the body needs. Slowly, Mrs. Thompson began to notice she was losing her balance more easily. Her arms felt weak when carrying groceries, and her energy dwindled. "I thought I was eating healthy," she confessed, "but my body felt like it was betraying me." When we reviewed her diet, I suggested she incorporate quinoa into her meals 3 to 4 times per week, using it as a base instead of rice or mixing it into salads. Within months, she reported feeling steadier on her feet. Her energy returned, and her daughter even noticed she was carrying heavier grocery bags without complaint. The difference wasn't that she suddenly started eating meat again. It was that her body finally had access to the full toolkit of amino acids needed to build and maintain muscle. Here's something many people don't realize. Muscles don't just need protein in general. They need specific amino acids like leucine, isoleucine, and valine to trigger muscle synthesis. Missing even one essential amino acid is like trying to build a house without nails. No matter how much wood you stack, you can't finish the job. Quinoa ensures you're not missing those vital nails. Beyond protein, quinoa is also rich in magnesium, iron, and B vitamins, which further support muscle energy and repair. Magnesium aids in muscle relaxation and recovery, preventing cramps that plague many seniors. Iron ensures oxygen delivery to muscle cells, Without it, fatigue sets in quickly. And B vitamins help convert food into usable energy, keeping your muscles from feeling like dead weight. Another advantage: quinoa is naturally gluten-free and has a low glycemic index. This means it won't spike blood sugar the way refined grains do. That's especially important for seniors managing diabetes, since blood sugar swings accelerate inflammation and muscle breakdown. Quinoa provides sustained energy, helping you remain active throughout the day without that afternoon crash. But there's also a hidden gem in quinoa. It's saponins, natural compounds found in the seed's outer layer. While saponins are often rinsed off before cooking, trace amounts remain, and they appear to have antioxidant properties. This means quinoa not only feeds your muscles, but also shields them from oxidative damage, the same type of stress that accelerates aging in tissues. Now, let's pause for a moment. Think of your daily meals. Are they giving your body every single tool it needs to keep your muscles alive and strong? Or are you unknowingly leaving gaps, missing amino acids that quietly erode your strength over time? The truth is, many seniors rely heavily on bread, rice, or potatoes. While comforting, these foods don't provide the muscle-supporting nutrients your body is crying out for. Imagine swapping out that white rice for quinoa just a few nights a week. You're not just eating a different grain. You're handing your muscles the complete toolkit they've been missing. That simple change can mean the difference between struggling to stand from a chair and rising with confidence. But don't think for a moment that quinoa is the only small powerhouse hiding in plain sight. In fact, our next superfood is even smaller. A seed so tiny that most people treat it like a garnish. Yet inside, it holds a mineral that protects your muscles from cramps, tremors, and dangerous weakness. And chances are, you haven't been eating nearly enough of it. If quinoa provides the full set of building blocks for muscle, then the next superfood provides the mineral spark that keeps those muscles firing correctly. Pumpkin seeds. Don't let their small size fool you. Inside those crunchy shells lies one of the most important minerals for seniors: magnesium. Magnesium is often overlooked, yet it is critical for over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, many of which directly affect muscle health. It regulates muscle contraction and relaxation, supports energy production, and helps repair damaged tissue. Without enough magnesium, muscles cramp, spasm, and weaken. And here's the shocking truth. More than half of seniors are magnesium deficient, even if they don't realize it. Let me share the story of Mr. Wallace, a 70-year-old retired factory worker. He came to my office complaining of constant leg cramps that woke him up at night. "It feels like my calves are twisting into knots," he said. He had tried stretching, drinking more water, even cutting back on coffee, but nothing worked. When I asked about his diet, it was clear: bread, potatoes, a little meat, but almost no nuts or seeds. His magnesium intake was far below what his muscles required. We introduced a simple habit: a small handful of pumpkin seeds every evening. Within weeks, the nightly cramps diminished. After 2 months, they stopped completely. His wife even noticed he was sleeping more soundly, without waking in pain. It wasn't medication. It was magnesium doing its job, relaxing his muscles, stabilizing nerve signals, and restoring balance. Pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas, are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium. Just 1 ounce provides nearly 40% of the recommended daily intake. They're also loaded with zinc, which supports immune health and healthy fats that combat inflammation. But their star nutrient for seniors is magnesium. Why does magnesium become even more important after 60? As we age, kidneys lose some ability to conserve magnesium, meaning more is lost through urine. On top of that, many common medications like diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, and even some diabetes drugs drain magnesium levels further. The result is a silent epidemic of deficiency, and the symptoms aren't always obvious. Fatigue, muscle twitches, irregular heartbeat, and weakness often creep in gradually, mistaken for just getting older. But here's the hopeful part. Restoring magnesium through foods like pumpkin seeds can reverse many of these symptoms. Beyond calming cramps, magnesium also reduces the risk of falls by improving balance and coordination. It even plays a role in bone strength by helping regulate calcium, protecting you not only from weak muscles, but also from fractures. Another surprising benefit: magnesium helps manage stress. Seniors often live under the weight of anxiety about health, finances, or family. Magnesium calms the nervous system, lowering stress hormones and improving sleep quality. Better sleep means better muscle recovery, creating a virtuous cycle that strengthens the body over time. Adding pumpkin seeds to your diet is easy. Sprinkle them over salads, mix them into yogurt, or simply snack on them. Roasted, they're small, versatile, and require no complicated preparation. What matters is consistency. Eating a handful once a month won't restore your magnesium, but making them part of your daily or weekly routine builds up your reserves, protecting your muscles from hidden weakness. Now, I want you to consider this. How many times in the last year did you experience a cramp, a twitch, or a sudden Charlie horse at night? Did you dismiss it as normal aging? What if I told you it was actually your body crying out for magnesium? Imagine replacing that pain with restful sleep, knowing your muscles are supported at the cellular level. If something as small as a seed can restore strength and peace to your nights, imagine what power lies in other small, colorful foods. Because the next superfood we'll explore isn't a grain or a seed, it's a berry, bursting with antioxidants that act like shields for your muscles, guarding them against damage you can't even see. If pumpkin seeds give your muscles the minerals they need to relax and recover, then the next superfood protects them from an invisible enemy: oxidative stress. The star here is the humble blueberry, a fruit so small you can pop it into your mouth without a second thought, yet powerful enough to shield your muscles from age-related decline. Oxidative stress is the gradual damage caused by unstable molecules called free radicals. These molecules attack muscle fibers, breaking them down and accelerating aging. Seniors are particularly vulnerable because the body's natural defenses weaken with age. The result? Muscles that not only shrink, but also become fragile, prone to injury, and slow to heal. Blueberries step into this battle armed with anthocyanins, the compounds that give them their deep blue color. These anthocyanins act like bodyguards, neutralizing free radicals before they can damage muscle tissue. Let me tell you about Mrs. Grant, a 69-year-old retired librarian. She loved gardening, but found herself increasingly exhausted after just 20 minutes outdoors. Her legs felt heavy, and her recovery took days instead of hours. She confessed, "Doctor, I feel like my body can't bounce back anymore." Looking at her diet, I saw she ate plenty of grains and dairy, but very few colorful fruits. I encouraged her to add blueberries to her breakfast every morning, just half a cup sprinkled on oatmeal or yogurt. Within 2 months, she reported something extraordinary. Not only did she feel less muscle soreness after gardening, but she also noticed her stamina improving. She was spending more time in her garden, bending, lifting, and pulling weeds without the lingering aches that once discouraged her. Her story is a testament to what happens when you give your muscles the antioxidant support they need to recover and thrive. But the benefits of blueberries don't stop at muscles. Research shows they improve vascular health by strengthening the lining of blood vessels. Stronger vessels mean better blood flow, which, as we've already discussed with spinach, is critical for delivering oxygen and nutrients to muscles. Blueberries also lower inflammation, another hidden enemy that breaks down muscle tissue over time. Another little-known fact: blueberries enhance mitochondrial function. The mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells, responsible for producing energy. As we age, mitochondria weaken, leaving muscles starved of energy and easily fatigued. Compounds in blueberries help keep these tiny engines running, giving muscles the fuel they need to perform and recover. And here's a practical advantage. Blueberries are easy to add to almost any meal. Blend them into smoothies, sprinkle them over yogurt, or eat them fresh as a snack. Unlike some supplements or exotic superfoods, blueberries are accessible, affordable, and widely available year-round. But a word of caution: not all blueberry products deliver these benefits. Processed blueberry muffins or sugary juices often contain only trace amounts of real fruit and lots of added sugar, which undermines muscle health. The key is to eat whole, fresh, or frozen blueberries without added sugar. That's where the true power lies. Now, think about your own habits. When was the last time you reached for berries instead of cookies or chips? Do you start your mornings with color on your plate, or do you rely on bland foods that fill your stomach, but not your muscles? Each choice adds up. Blueberries may be tiny, but their effect on your long-term strength and independence is massive. Imagine this: a fruit you can eat in minutes, giving your muscles the resilience to recover faster, perform better, and stay strong for decades. That's the kind of protection blueberries offer. And if you think berries are impressive, wait until you hear about the next superfood. It's not sweet or colorful, but humble and familiar. Packed with a special amino acid, it flips the switch that tells your muscles to grow, something that becomes harder and harder after 60. If blueberries protect your muscles from the silent attack of oxidative stress, the next superfood goes a step further. It flips the very switch that tells your muscles to grow. That food is simple, affordable, and probably already in your kitchen: eggs. For decades, eggs were unfairly demonized because of cholesterol fears. Many seniors were told to limit or avoid them. But modern research has overturned that myth. Eggs are, in fact, one of the most nutrient-dense foods for muscle health, particularly because of an amino acid called leucine. Leucine is a key signaler for muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your body repairs and builds new muscle tissue. Think of leucine as the ignition key in a car. You can have a tank full of gas, protein, but unless you turn the key, the car won't start. Similarly, you can eat plenty of protein, but without leucine, your muscles may not respond. Seniors are especially vulnerable here, because as we age, our bodies become resistant to the signals that trigger muscle growth. This is called anabolic resistance. Eggs, rich in leucine, help overcome this resistance. I remember Mr. Patel, a 73-year-old retired accountant, who came to me complaining of constant weakness. "Doctor," he said, "I eat chicken and beans, but I still feel my muscles fading." His breakfasts were usually toast and tea, with protein saved for dinner. I suggested something simple: add 2 boiled eggs in the morning. It sounded too easy, but he agreed. 3 months later, the change was striking. He walked into my office more upright, his handshake firmer, and he proudly told me, "I can climb the stairs to my apartment again without pulling on the railing." The difference wasn't just calories, it was leucine at work. stimulating his muscles to respond and grow again. Beyond leucine, eggs provide high-quality protein, with all 9 essential amino acids, in the right ratios for human needs. They're also rich in vitamin D, important for muscle strength and balance, and choline, which supports nerve function. Together, these nutrients create a powerful synergy. Muscles not only grow, but also contract more effectively, improving coordination and reducing fall risk. There's another crucial point. Seniors often struggle to meet daily protein requirements. Many believe a small portion of meat at dinner is enough. But research shows older adults may need 25–30 grams of protein per meal to stimulate muscle growth effectively. Eggs make this achievable. 2 large eggs provide about 12 grams of high-quality protein, making them an ideal foundation for breakfast or lunch. And let's address the cholesterol concern head-on. Large-scale studies now confirm that moderate egg consumption, up to 1 per day, does not increase heart disease risk in healthy individuals. In fact, for most seniors, the benefits for muscle health far outweigh the risks. Pairing eggs with vegetables or whole grains makes them even more effective, creating balanced meals that support not just muscles but overall wellness. How you prepare eggs also matters. Boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled are best. Frying eggs in butter or oil adds unnecessary fats that can counteract some benefits. Seniors with difficulty chewing may find scrambled eggs especially helpful, as they're soft, easy to digest, and nutrient-packed. Now, let me ask you, how many mornings this week did you eat a protein-rich breakfast? Or did you skip it, relying on toast, cereal, or coffee to carry you through? If you've been neglecting morning protein, you've been missing a crucial opportunity to protect your muscles. Eggs offer a simple, accessible solution. Picture this. Instead of struggling to rise from your chair or fearing each step on the staircase, you stand strong, steady, and confident, thanks in part to a food as ordinary as the egg. But our journey isn't over yet, because while eggs help flip the growth switch, there's another plant-based powerhouse that sustains muscle strength and supports heart health at the same time. And unlike eggs, it doesn't come from an animal at all. Let's turn now to a humble legume with extraordinary power. Eggs may flip the switch for muscle growth, but what if you're looking for a plant-based option that sustains your strength while also protecting your heart? That's where lentils come in. These humble legumes, often dismissed as poor man's food, are in fact a nutritional powerhouse for seniors. Lentils are packed with plant-based protein and fiber, making them one of the most efficient and affordable ways to nourish your muscles. A single cup of cooked lentils provides about 18 grams of protein, which is more than enough to make a meaningful contribution toward your daily needs. But what makes lentils special is their combination of protein with slow-digesting carbohydrates. This pairing provides a steady stream of energy, preventing the fatigue that so often discourages seniors from staying active. Take the story of Mrs. Reynolds, a 67-year-old grandmother who came to see me after her doctor warned her about prediabetes. She was overweight, tired, and frustrated. "Doctor," she said, "I can barely get through my day without needing a nap. My legs feel like they have bricks tied to them." Her diet was heavy in white bread, pasta, and occasional chicken, but light on fiber and legumes. I suggested a gradual shift, replacing refined grains with lentil soups and salads 2 to 3 times a week. Within 3 months, the changes were remarkable. Her blood sugar stabilized, her weight dropped, and most importantly, she felt energy returning to her legs. "I walked through the park with my grandson for the first time in years," she told me with tears in her eyes. Lentils had not only fueled her muscles, but also supported her blood sugar, reducing inflammation and making movement enjoyable again. Here's the science. Lentils are rich in lysine, an essential amino acid that many plant-based diets lack. Lysine plays a key role in collagen production, which supports not just muscles, but also tendons and joints. That means lentils protect the very framework that holds your muscles in place. Combine that with their high fiber content, and you have a food that not only builds strength, but also reduces cholesterol, improving circulation, and lowering the risk of heart disease. Another hidden benefit of lentils is their iron content. Seniors are often deficient in iron, leading to fatigue and weakness. Lentils provide a plant-based source of iron, which supports red blood cell production and oxygen delivery to muscles. Pairing lentils with vitamin C-rich foods like tomatoes or bell peppers boosts this iron absorption even further. But perhaps the most important quality of lentils is accessibility. They are inexpensive, store for long periods, and cook quickly compared to other beans. This makes them ideal for seniors on a budget, or those who want to prepare simple, nourishing meals without spending hours in the kitchen. A warm bowl of lentil soup or a fresh lentil salad can be both comforting and powerful medicine for your muscles. Now, here's something worth considering. Too many seniors underestimate the impact of legumes because they've been told meat is the only real protein. While meat has its benefits, relying solely on it can strain digestion and contribute to inflammation if consumed in excess. Lentils, on the other hand, offer a lighter, more balanced option that supports both muscle and heart health. Think about it. Are your meals working double duty for you? Strengthening your muscles while protecting your heart? Or are you eating foods that only fill you up without giving back to your body? Lentils represent a way to do both. They sustain your energy, build your strength, and support your cardiovascular system all at once. Picture yourself years from now, sitting at a family gathering. Would you rather be the grandparent too tired to play with the kids, or the one full of life, standing tall, steady, and smiling as you join in the fun? The difference may come down to the simple, powerful foods you choose today. And, while lentils bring us close to completing our list of superfoods, there's still one final piece to this puzzle. Because even with all these nutrients, seniors often ask me, "Doctor, what's the best way to tie it all together safely?" That's why in the final section, we'll recap these 7 muscle-saving foods, reveal safe alternatives, and give you a clear roadmap to staying strong for decades to come. We've now journeyed through 7 remarkable superfoods, each one offering unique protection for your muscles and independence as you age. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned, because the power of this information lies in how you apply it every day. We began with salmon, rich in omega-3s, which reduces inflammation and helps your body overcome anabolic resistance so your muscles can grow. Then we looked at Greek yogurt, a nighttime ally that supplies slow-digesting casein protein and probiotics to fuel recovery while you sleep. Spinach showed us how circulation can be the missing link, delivering oxygen and nutrients to starving muscle fibers. Quinoa gave us the complete amino acid profile that plant-based diets often miss, ensuring your muscles have all the tools they need to rebuild. With pumpkin seeds, we discovered the mineral spark, magnesium, that keeps muscles contracting and relaxing smoothly, protecting you from cramps and weakness. Blueberries revealed the antioxidant defense system, shielding muscles from oxidative stress and keeping your cells younger for longer. And finally, eggs and lentils reminded us that both animal and plant-based proteins can powerfully support strength, stamina, and balance when consumed with intention. But the bigger message here is this: aging does not have to mean surrendering your independence. The truth is, muscle decline is not inevitable. Yes, it happens naturally, but you can slow it, stop it, and even reverse it with the right foods and habits. Every choice you make at the table is a chance to either weaken or strengthen your body. And while pills, powders, and fads come and go, these simple, accessible foods have stood the test of time. Now, let's talk about safe alternatives. Maybe you don't enjoy fish or can't always afford salmon. Sardines and mackerel are wonderful substitutes, packed with the same omega-3s. If Greek yogurt isn't your preference, try cottage cheese, kefir, or unsweetened soy yogurt, which also provide protein and probiotics. If spinach isn't appealing, other nitrate-rich greens like arugula and beet greens offer similar benefits. For quinoa, you can turn to amaranth or buckwheat, other complete plant proteins. Pumpkin seeds can be swapped with almonds or sunflower seeds, though they contain slightly less magnesium. If blueberries aren't available, blackberries and raspberries provide similar antioxidant power. And for protein, if eggs aren't an option, tofu or tempeh provide leucine-rich, muscle-friendly alternatives. The point is, you are not limited. These 7 superfoods are examples. But the principle is the same. Choose nutrient-dense, muscle-protecting foods every day, and your body will reward you with strength. Here are 3 practical rules I recommend you follow. Eat protein at every meal. Aim for 25 to 30 grams 3 times a day. Spreading protein evenly is more effective than loading it all at dinner. Pair foods for synergy. Combine protein with healthy fats and antioxidants, like yogurt with nuts and berries, or lentils with tomatoes, to maximize absorption and impact. Eat earlier, not later. Your body digests and uses nutrients better during the day. Avoid large, protein-heavy meals right before bed, unless they're light and easy to digest, like yogurt. And don't forget hydration, light resistance exercises, and regular movement throughout your day. Food is a foundation, but movement is the signal that tells your body, yes, I need these muscles. Keep them strong. Now, let me leave you with a vision. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. Do you want to shuffle carefully, leaning on a cane, avoiding steps and fearing a fall? Or do you want to walk briskly, hold your grandchild's hand with steady confidence, and rise from your chair with ease? That future is shaped by what you decide today. Every bite is either a step toward frailty or a step toward freedom. As we close, I want you to remember this. Your health is not out of your control. You have the power every day to choose strength, energy, and independence. These 7 superfoods are not exotic miracles. They are tools, waiting for you to use them. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, please leave a comment with 1 below. If you think I could do better, leave a 0. Your feedback helps us improve and create more content that truly serves you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, so you never miss another health tip designed especially for seniors. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and remember, the choices you make today can keep your muscles carrying you forward for decades to come.